Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick on the Commodore Amiga and we're looking at a game called ADDICTA BALL. It's published by Alligata in 1988, although a bit of a question mark whether it actually was published, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's around that era. The game also came out on the Commodore 64, the ZX Spectrum and the Atari ST. It's a bat and ball game, a bit like a Breakout, but with the difference here, it scrolls gradually upwards and you need to navigate through a like maze work of bricks to get to an end level boss and then to the next stage, I believe. It's for 1 to 2 players. I'm the only player here, so let's see how I get on. Get ready. Now, there's power up. Oops, now, oh dear. If you bash into anything, you are dead red. Now, this is my first go. Don't expect expert gameplay as the ball goes there. It can bounce off the bottom of the screen here. But yeah, as long as you, oh dear, as long as you don't bash into any of the bricks that descend down. Now, I think there are power-ups either side there. One gives me boosts, and the other I can fire. Those things coming down, I'm not sure whether I should catch them or not, so we'll experiment there doing each one. Now, if you had this game back in the day, let me know. Don't seem to be doing too bad here. Down the bottom now, I think there's objects you can see. There's a car, a bus, and lots of other stuff, graphics you can see just underneath my bat and ball. And I think I have to hit them as well as get the full set. Right. Listen to what this bloke's saying. There's letters as well. Let's see if we can hit those. Well, so don't do that, he's saying. Well, perhaps I should do it. Right, there's a space down the left-hand side. See if I can manoeuvre down there. Who threw that, he's saying. Right, I don't know who threw that. That's going to get annoying quite quickly, that bit of sound. Right, that's that big grey thing on the right-hand side. Maybe we have to hit that, or get the ball inside there. That'd be quite good. Go inside there, you nincompoop. Who threw that? No, that's going to annoy. Right, there's an alien there has been released from the brickwork. I think if we could, we should have shot him somehow with a power-up. I've been hit myself. Right, okay, hopefully we can continue where we left. No, see, this is going to be the annoying bit of this game. It's one of those ones where if you die, you start right from the start again. Yes, I think this game would have annoyed me silly here. So would there have been enough there already for me to want to go back and play it again? Well, occasionally if I was a bit bored, but I wouldn't be on very long. There's a gun there, let's blast stuff and try and get to the end of this stage. It feels very much like public domain. It's quite repetitive. It's a nice idea. I'd be interested to see what this looked like on the ZX Spectrum, see if it's any easier. I've got no instructions on this game, couldn't find any instructions at all. But yes, it's Breakout scrolling vertically, gradually forward. Seems to be a bit better with power-ups, and I just died there. You can also see eagle-eyed people next to player 1. I've got sort of like sometimes I've got an energy bar that goes down. That's like the ammo when I pick those up. Also, there's the fuel too, so you don't want to run out of fuel, and you don't want to run out of ammo. Who threw it? I don't know. See, I seem to be playing as player 2 here somehow. See my ammo going gradually down. Who threw that? This is getting annoying, isn't it, folks? It's getting annoying. Now, if you like your Amiga stuff, there is a playlist full of Amiga games. There's a lot of mediocre games, I must admit, or some's a bit like this, but there are a few good ones as well. But it's good fun seeing them. This looks like it's been done by one person on their own. If you want to see the Amiga games, go to the playlist. Get there, click my username. Click on, it takes you to the channel page, then click on the playlist tab. Oh, that's good, I can fly up and down. Good, whoopee-doo-dah. It's not as good as Breakout, and it is extremely annoying that you have to start from the beginning again. And the bit that's starting from the beginning again is the bit that's ruining it for me. If we continue where you left off on different lives, then it'd be a bit more exciting. I feel that I was getting somewhere, but yes, a bit of an impasse, really. It feels like a game that you might have been supplied with first of all, or a magazine cover game, rather than a commercial release. Who threw that? Who threw that? You're going to be hearing that for ages, for a little while. Biffity biff boff. That's all I can say there. If you have completed this game, then let me know in the comment section below. There's probably something fundamental I'm not quite getting. I probably don't have to bash into those flaming things, but you know, who cares? I'm just zipping him through, trying to get to any like decent green background with a little bit of a pattern. But a bit like if you slipped over and your face went onto grass and you was unconscious. But anyway, if you have slipped on grass and you're sitting there unconscious, then comment in the comment section below. Right, that's at least one of the aliens. Try and shoot them. I think I need to hit them with a ball or shoot them with a gun. Who threw it? I don't know. 2 of them. Don't want to get hit by them because it'd be game over, big nose. This seems to be the furthest I've got so far. Oh man, I got hit by a red ghost. Lives, if you notice, bats, I should say, in the middle there. We've got 3 left. Starting from the start again. How annoying that you do lots of progress and it gets undone straight away. You should try and get the highest score. Who threw it? Yes, it looks like I have put it on 2-player because I've got player 1 score and got player 2 score, but who cares? Who threw it? Oh man, why don't you say anything else? It'd be better if that sound thing wasn't there at all. Oh no, who is that person? It's probably a sound vibe taken from some show that I don't recognise. You might know. Let us know. I don't know why it says Mac on the bottom right there. So what we've got on that bar on the left, we've got some sort of a ship, traffic lights, a truck, a Formula 1 car, blue car, something else, and a motorbike. I don't think. I think if I kept playing this, I might get off level 1 eventually, but then there'd be level 2, be fairly similar, I would have thought, and then I wouldn't get too much more. I would have loaded up, I don't know, something a lot better. Yeah, Amiga had a lot of good games there. Imagine this being up against Lotus 2 in a competition. There's been no competition whatsoever. It's game over again. Well, you know, like a few games review, if you weren't here, I would have disappeared by now. I would have done something else. But it's a variant on Breakout. They haven't completely tried to copy it. It's a kudos there, but it's just not that exciting, is it really? I mean, if I was going to play one of these games on the Amiga, I'd go for Super Twintris in terms of puzzle type games. Yes, okay, don't read that. Bye. Here we go again. I think you know roughly what's going to happen. So yeah, the notes I've got say this was published by Alligata in 1988. Don't remember ever seeing it on the shelves or a review of it at all, so I'm dubious whether it was released or not. And also I'm a bit dubious whether the game is actually physically finished. As it crashed, you never know. It might have crashed. We've got a red bar, blue bar, white bar, and a black bar in the middle, and nothing seems to be happening. While you're waiting, you might want to do a head spin. I'll do a head spin as well. Oh no, I ain't got time for head spins. Sorry if you got into one, but come back. We're playing another game. Right, so there's a couple of letters either side, A and A. There's the power-ups either side once we release them. Yeah, I thought you was going to say that. But don't bump into the power-ups with the blocks next door, or else you'll get killed and kaboofed. Right, I think I can get it now. There we go. So that's the what one's that? That's the flying about one, and we missed the firing one. Oh, never mind. And I bashed into a brick. Well, you know, who'd have thought that bashing into a brick would be so much trouble? If you watch this far in the video, which is unlikely, but if you watch this far in the video and you haven't subscribed so far, then please consider subscribing, because that helps the channel grow so we can try and review everything ever. Massive thank you to the members that have kept this thing on the road. Yes, it's all your fault. No, thank you. We can have a bit of fun. It's all about stress busting, really, seeing how these games play, going back to a different era, where times as a kid often were a little bit simpler, unless you was a chimney sweep, of course, or a child actor under a lot of stress. But normally we didn't have too much to worry about apart from our homework and forgetting to do it, and then rushing to do it in registration before the class starts, and hoping that the teacher didn't read it that closely. But anyway, the teacher knew this thing because they probably did exactly the same thing when they was a kid. Right, let's try and get past that grey thing. Come on, this is definitely my last go. Definitely my last go. Oh, those alien things, ghost things, are a big pain in the bum. Looks like when you hit them with the ball, they don't die. The only way there is to defeat them is to shoot them. Shoot them in the nose. That's the only thing they deserve, these aliens. If you are an alien that's got shot in the nose, comment below. Did you deserve it or did you not deserve it? Was you just flying around, mind your own business, and a bat and ball flew past, and you thought, oh my goodness gracious, I'm just having a normal day. These humans got right. This looks like the end bit. Right, okay. Could be the end bit here. It's the end of the bit as we know it. Right now. Now, look, there's a big wall back there. That must be the start of level 2. There's some skull and crossbones up the top. Go, don't mess up, Nick. Don't mess up. Oh, that was it. I've messed up. See, that's annoying now. Now, if I was playing this as a kid, when I got to that stage, if I had to start all over again, this game would be reset immediately. Such is my annoyance there, and I never would have played it again. Maybe briefly there. So that's the major flaw of this game. If a game as basic as this, you need some pull to come back. So it should have had more sound bites, maybe a few more power-ups, keep interest, and not starting from the beginning each time. So have sort of like a save checkpoints there. So that's what could have been better. But it's a bit of a letdown. It's interesting, but as I say, it's not really going to stand up as one of the best games of all time, but an interesting little project for someone on their own, if that's essentially what it is, and they would have done brilliantly to try and get this either on a magazine or even published in the first place. But in terms of comparing it with everything else as a grand whole, which is perhaps unfair, with the budget that these people are probably on making this, it's not great. Right, Biff. But one person on their own, okay, not bad. I would have been pleased if I'd made something like this, but they didn't. I'm just commentating on it now. Everyone's a critic. Who threw it? If you are that bloke that said who threw that as well, give us the information there. I don't think he's in the recording studio very long. Right, but who threw it? We do not know. Maybe Gonch out of Grange Hill. There we go. No one knows who Gonch is out of Grange Hill. Some people might know who watched Grange Hill back in the day. He's a ginger-haired entrepreneur. Other things, right. Who threw that? Right, here's all the B's. I'll have a B, please, Bob. B, vitamins, that's it. Get ready. Well, we won't get ready. We won't get steady. We'll blame everything on Eddie. Who's Eddie? I do not know. These reviews, as you can tell, is me blithering on, going gradually more mad, and you're going mad as well. And then we do a live stream, and we'll go mad together. Who knows where things might end up? Now, this review's gone on way too long already. I appreciate this. Who cares? It's a bit like a tea break that's going on longer than it should do, and we should go back to work, but we're refusing to do so. But never mind. The manager will be in a minute to tell us to go back to the shop or wherever and do stuff. But the Channel Vids will be normally about 10 minutes long. This is probably, I don't know, definitely, this is probably the longest review, good or bad, that you'll find on Addictable anywhere. So here it is. Unless there's a walkthrough where it lasts about 4 hours. Can you imagine that? Probably won't have any commentary on it. Right, that's an arrow. Who threw it? I don't know. Got 2 lives left, and that's too many. For my good, I don't know what that green thing is on the bottom right there. That green, like small cylinder thing. Maybe it's just decoration. Or maybe it's a special weapon that I need to activate there. But as I say, no instructions on this thing whatsoever. Hooray! Hooray for hooray! 1988. This is, to be honest with you, 1988 is quite early, isn't it, in the Commodore Amiga's run? That's still really technically in the 8-bit land, so it's on the handover period. So it'd been 93 maybe, but 88, yeah, maybe okay then. So people just started developing for the Commodore Amiga. Might have been a developer that used to develop stuff on the Spectrum on 8 bits and then had to go on this. But there you go. I won't be playing that again. But interesting to see. But you've seen my criticisms of the thing, but. Okay, if you got it for free or on a magazine cover tape, or disc I should say. So I hope you'd like to have a look at that game. That was ADDICTA BALL on the Commodore Amiga, a little known game I think, by Alligata in 1988. If you got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then by all means slap that in the comment section below. You're always more than welcome, and I love reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.